What's up, beautiful people? Welcome on in, guys, to the Wyndham Championship predictions. Myself and Mr. Zach. This show is brought to you by our friends over at Thomas Adams Apparel, thomasadamsapparel.com. You guys see the brand new hats. The merch has been in the mail. It's looking good. We're feeling good. Summer is off to a full swing. I don't know where you live, but it's hot as hell, depending where you are. I know you're outside playing golf. Go out there, get it done, and make sure you look good while doing so. But my man, an interesting tournament here this weekend. A new name there as the favorite on the board. Haven't seen this guy favorite in a tournament in a really, really long time. But let's go ahead and talk here really briefly about the Wyndham Championship. Right off the gate, I think a couple things we got to talk about here. The date's obviously July 31st through August 3rd. Sedgefield Country Club, Greensboro, North Carolina, 72-hole stroke play. 36-hole cut here. First initial thoughts here in Greensboro, North Carolina. What are you expecting here this weekend?
I mean, talking about the city, Greensboro, North Carolina, beautiful city, but one thing we got to mention is the weather. Specifically in this weekend. I mean, looking at the forecast coming up, it's going to look great coming into the tournament. You know, kind of dial my inner meteorologist right here. It's going to be like 90s, 93 coming into the week, but once we hit Thursday and Friday coming around, man, it's going to be a lot of thunderstorms, lots of rain, gusty winds. I mean, this is going to be a huge factor coming into the course. I mean, it's a classic looking course. We got a par 70, and I mean, something about this course that's going to really factor into the rain, I feel like, is these greens and these approach shots. These are small greens that have lots of runoff areas, and the short game is going to be huge, and the rain and the wind too, but the course is going to get a huge downfall because of the rain, and this is going to come into play around these greens especially. So I think that rain is going to be a huge factor into the weekend. Saturday looks a little bit lighter, but Sunday is probably the best day, so that's the day for everyone to make itself up. So if you can salvage yourself through some first couple rounds Thursday, Friday, and then make it through to Sunday, Sunday's the day where you really got to pick it up.
Yep, I'm right there with you. Very, very interesting to note there about that rain, guys. So make sure, maybe do your research here if you're betting on this tournament. Try to find guys that have had good play when playing in the rain. It's like horse racing, man. Some guys step up in the rain, some guys don't. So make sure you go ahead and take a look at that one and keep an eye out this weekend for maybe some delays as well for those that like to watch there on the Golf Channel and TBC. But that said, my man, this is a FedEx Cup rankings event. The stats are going to add up here. 500 points up for grabs in this one, plus an $8.2 million purse and $1.5 million going to the winner. My man, FedEx Cup rankings, they're so important. There's so much money on the line here. We've seen Scotty Scheffler kind of dominating the FedEx Cup points as of late, but in this tournament here with Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, Colin Morikawa not in play here, how important is it to grab these points with only, I mean, I know it's not the end of the season, but this is really it. You got to get in here if you're not in yet.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think now we're getting to the time where those playoff seedings are really, everyone's starting to look a little bit more than we did a couple weeks ago. Playoffs are getting really huge now, and we got to take advantage here. You got to see these other guys who may be a lower end name on the spectrum kind of guy. They really got to step up over here this weekend, knowing that guys like Scotty and all those guys, Xander, Rory, all those guys aren't in it this weekend. They really have to step up their game. And anybody who's got potential in making a FedEx here and making playoffs in the FedEx standings, this is the weekend for them right here.
Absolutely is the weekend to get it done here, my man. But all that said, let's talk about who's going to win this thing. Who's going to grab the FedEx points here in this one? Who's going to fall way short of a spectacular season here? Well, looking at the top 20, we'll start there with our bets. These odds coming to you guys from DraftKings, so make sure to do your homework and try to find some better ones. But all that said, top 20, not one golfer is a minus sign to make it in the top 20, my man. And when you got guys like Matt Fitzpatrick, who is the favorite to win the tournament, Keegan Bradley, Aaron Rai, Ben Griffin, Robert McIntyre, Hideki Matsuyama, Jordan Spieth. I mean, these dudes are all the top 5, top 6 guys, and they're all plus money. Who is your number one pick here this weekend to bank a top 20?
I think the easy one, like you said, Matt Fitzpatrick. I mean, he's the favorite on the weekend, but if we take a look at his past couple weeks, I mean, the dude's just peaking at the right time. And he's 43rd in the FedEx standings. He's not scrambling for looking for a playoff spot by any means, but this is huge for him to jump up in the standings and secure a good seed placement coming into playoffs. And like I said, he peaked at the right time, and he's been very consistent. He's shown that he can be very consistent with his play. I mean, we've seen that the past couple weeks, and if he just keeps doing what he's been doing and nothing changes for him, this is a huge weekend for Fitzpatrick, and I think that's an easy lock-in for the top 20.
Matt Fitzpatrick. I'm glad you took it off my hands because I was going to be the lame-o that chose to go with the favorite to make it in the top 20. But
Easy.
You're right, man. How do you not? I mean, how do you leave
and
Matt
at plus odds?
Plus 105. You can find him, by the way, folks, up to plus 115. Do your research. I ain't shouting out no more sports books. Go find it. Plus 110 and plus 115 in a lot of places. Actually, plus 105 is the second worst odds I see on him, but he is down to minus 110 in some areas because, some odds makers know what they're doing. So, Zach, I'm going to be lame. I never do this. I'm going to keep it simple, man. I'm going to double down on Matt Fitzpatrick with you. I just don't see a reason to get cute here. You want to have one lock this weekend. Here you go. Here's your
at plus odds, that's like free money right there. How could you not?
Yep, exactly. All right, guys, our top 20 pick here going together on Matt Fitzpatrick, jumping on over to our top 10. Once again, he is the favorite here at 20-1. You got Keegan Bradley and Griffin there, 25-1, 28-1 on Rye, Spieth at 30-1. And as you see here, every guy plus 200, plus 300, and getting way up there, plus 400. You get just a little bit deeper here. Kurt Kitayama, which don't know if you guys have been paying attention, playing some damn good golf. JT Poston 4-1, Ricky Fowler at 4-1. I mean, my man, the board is wide open here for a top 10 finish. Who is your golfer?
I like a lot of these guys. There's a couple names that stick out to me. Speaking of top 10, I like Hideki Matsuyama. I like Lucas Glover. Keegan Bradley's another one that sticks out. But man, if I really had to dial in on one, I really like Hideki Matsuyama. I mean, he's been pretty good the past couple weeks. We've seen him. I mean, he's a veteran. He loves the pressure, and I think this could be a huge week for him. We've kind of seen him poking around the top 10, a couple top 20s here and there. Nothing really outside of that. And now a lot of those big-name guys I think this could be a good weekend for him to kind of creep up there in the top 10, especially being a little bit lower there on the board. He hasn't been playing bad golf by any means, but I think a top 10 could be a little bit more in his favor here this week with a lot of big-name guys not playing.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I like what you're saying. I am going to go a little bit deeper here, and I don't tend to like doing this, but I kind of threw this guy's name out there. He was teetering on my pick for me, and I'm just going to lock it in here. I really like JT Poston. I just think JT Poston is one of those dudes that I don't want to say he's due, but he is due for a win here very, very soon. And in the meantime, you're talking about a guy playing good golf. This is a guy playing good golf. I mean, I don't really see a reason why not to take him. 4-1 odds. He's got the short game. He's actually pretty darn strong and accurate coming off the tee here. You did mention the rain. Not that I'd say he's an in the rain golfer, but in the past when I've seen him in the rain, it doesn't seem to be a huge weather thing for him that makes him second guessing his putts or anything like that. So I'm going to trust a little bit of once again, can't call him a younger guy, but I'm going to say a younger guy in JT Poston that I just think is still due for that Ludwig Auberge kind of jump. At some point, it's going to happen for JT Poston. I think it could be here, man. I think you could at least book a top 10 and keep an eye out for the win. I'm telling you, he very well could be there when this thing's all said and done. But that said, we are going to go ahead and take you guys on over to our winners for this tournament. And then before we give you our long shots, we got a bit of an announcement for you. But my man, looking at winners, we've already talked about a few of them. I'm going to keep scrolling here just for a second so that people can go ahead and try to pick who their favorite is to get this thing done. But my guy Poston, like I just said, 55-1 there. And Zach, the list just goes on. Who is your winner that gets the people a bag here to kick off August?
Man, one name that I really, really am been liking lately is Sung J M. Plus 6,000 odds to win this thing. I mean, he's a young guy who's been around for a little bit, so he knows what's going on. He's been hot all this year. I mean, top 5 at the Masters. Just looking at that on my sheet over here, that stands out to me the most. I mean, that's the best of the best. Pressure's on. Masters Sunday. I mean, he's top 5 right there. What more could you ask for? Coming in, he's a young guy. He's got a lot of room to grow, and that's saying a lot because he's been so very good for himself so far. I mean, he's very accurate off the tees, and that really plays a huge effect into this course here, especially with the rain coming in and these winds. He really is strong with that driver, and he's very accurate, and he could play a huge factor with that course and the wind and all the rain coming in. But the thing about him that struggles a little bit is his putting. So I don't know if that's going to play too much of a factor this weekend. Given his past couple weeks, he has been pretty solid. And another thing I want to note on top of him, which kind of favors me to like him even more, he has played at Sedgefield a lot of time in the past, and he's placed top 10 3 times. And that sticks out to me. He's been on a hot streak the past couple weeks. I think he's going to get a big win right here. Sung JM, 6,000, lock it in.
Baby, that one is looking juicy here on that boy Sanjay. And I'll tell you what, man, that's a great golfer that just a couple of years ago, I don't want to say he was on a hot streak, but he was pretty consistently a top 10, top 20 guy in the competition a little bit. Usually started off maybe even being like that first round leader kind of name that you were targeting a lot. And I'm kind of waiting for him to kind of break through here a little bit as the season goes in a little bit deeper. So I like your pick. I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to go with a guy that I just am surprised after what happened last weekend to see the disrespect. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Kurt Kitayama. We're talking about a dude that just shot a -6 on Sunday, came from a little bit behind to go ahead and get it done. He was in 7th place there right as day 3 was coming to an end, and all of a sudden he's winning the thing on Sunday. This dude right here at 45-1. Zach, you can't really convince me in this field that this makes a lot of sense. Maybe 28-1, maybe 30-1. You want to go ahead and put him up there, behind. Let's take a look here. You want to put him behind a guy like maybe behind Keegan Bradley. Okay, maybe behind Jordan Spieth. I don't like that though. But behind some of these names, Lucas Glover, no offense to Lucas, but Harry Hall. What are we doing? What are we doing here? It doesn't make much sense to me. So I'm going to go ahead and say here, if you're looking for value, I think Kurt Kitayama is the way to go. If I wasn't going to be a lame-o, I would go with the guy who we also took for top 20. I think Matt Fitzpatrick. I know it's 20-1, 22-1 in some places. I'm not turning down Matt Fitzpatrick in this field at 20-1. He is the best golfer in this field. There's really no doubt about it. And I do think there's some value on Matt to get it done here as well. But guys, before we get into one golfer that I personally think is being way overvalued here in this tournament, and then get into our massive long shot winners for you guys, a quick word from our friends over at Thomas Adams Apparel, and we'll be right back here in 30 seconds.
Are you someone that likes to keep it fun while also looking good on the golf course? Well, then you need to check out Thomas Adams Apparel. Thomas Adams Apparel co-founders Jacob and Grayson envisioned a brand that combined creativity, style, and a love for the game. The duo are dedicated to producing high-quality, stylish, and versatile products that golfers can both enjoy on the course and in everyday life. This summer is the perfect time to improve your look on the course while getting some affordable rounds of golfing with your buddies. Go check out thomasadamsapparel.com right now and grab some sweet new gear.
You guys see it. Go grab some new gear. Got the pink with the gray. My man over here got the coastal on, looking clean. And guys, he's got the shirt on as well. I don't got the shirt on today. I'm rocking a hoodie, but you know what? That just shows you the merch goes with the hoodies and it goes with the polos. So go ahead and check them out one more time there. thomasadamsapparel.com. Great people, great products. Do yourself a favor. But my man, I do want to go ahead and talk to you before we get into our long shots about one guy I'm fading this weekend. And I can't wait to get your take on it because we haven't talked about this beforehand. You have no idea who I'm going to say, but it's bothering me. And I keep scrolling by him and it keeps bothering me. So I got to bring it up here. It's a man. Actually, you know what? Let's play a quick game. Looking at the screen. He's on the screen. Can you guess the guy that I'm fading this weekend that I think a lot of people are taking this weekend?
Is he in the top 5?
No comment. He's not the top 1.
I got a name.
Uh-oh.
I like Mr. Old Jordan Spieth for you.
No, you got it.
Oh,
you got it. Yep.
I knew it. Had a feeling.
You know what? And you just proved my point. He's always a public favorite. Everybody likes to bet on him. They're living back in 2019 when this dude was still kind of good at golf. 2017 when he's doing crazy things over bunkers, through sand traps, over whatever. Bro, he ain't that dude no more. He's still in sand traps. He's still hitting in the rough, but his ass can't get out of it anymore. I don't trust Jordan Spieth, man. I've been fading this dude for years. I've been called a Spieth hater. I like him. I think he's a decent dude. I'm a fan in a way of Jordan Spieth, and I think that's why I'm so hard on him is I just expect him to just be better, have better results. Like, this is a dude who we don't talk about this guy anymore at the Masters. We don't talk about him anymore at the US Open.
Not up there.
He's just there. Maybe he'll make the cut. Maybe he won't. And I think here, him being behind Rye, Ben Griffin, I think it kind of shows you, but they also know they can't put Jordan Spieth at 65-1, and they don't have to because people are going to bet on him.
People are going to
thinking
take
they're
it.
getting a steal at 30-1. But I do want to ask you, as much as I'm off Jordan Spieth this year, is it fair to say if Jordan Spieth's going to break out, here you go?
I mean, like we've talked about, since the start of the show, now's the time for any one of these guys to do it. I think I'm not disliking what you're saying, but, he does have 4 top 10 finishes here in 2025. But the thing about him is he really is a guy that kind of rides the momentum train. If he's doing good, he's going to do good until something goes bad. Once something goes bad, it's a complete breakdown. And looking at this weekend, I don't think that that's a bad call with what you're saying. Bringing in the weather as a factor, I think that's gonna be that's a nuisance to handle. A lot of wind, a lot of rain on the golf course. I mean, no one wants to play in that, but you got to be out there dealing with it. How are you going to handle it? And if you think, if you're looking at my list right here, which one guy who may not be the one that's going to handle it the best, I think that name sticks out the most to me as well.
It's unfortunate, and I think that's the other thing that's fun about betting on Jordan Spieth is, if you hit him at 30-1, you feel like you just robbed him. You know what I mean? You're like, you just gave me Jordan Spieth 30-1. He ran away and won by 4 strokes, and that'd be great. He just doesn't play like that anymore. So I sure hope, honestly, deep down, dog, I hope I lose every bet this weekend, and Jordan Spieth wins the whole damn thing. That's fine with me. And just for that, I'm going to have to go sprinkle him now. But when he misses the cut against this, no offense, kind of bummy field, I'm tired, bro. I don't want to hear any more about it. So I'll put faith in him.
Totally get it. Yeah.
One more time.
I think
it's plus money. It's plus
right.
money to fade him in the tournament. That's the thing.
I agree. I think he's going to have a better chance on days like Saturday and Sunday, but Thursday, Friday, like you said, I think you have a really good chance at winning some money if you go against him.
Well, we'll see what happens, guys. I know a lot of you out there are just such big fans. We get people DMing us. No one took Spieth. No one took Spieth. And you're welcome, because you'd have lost a lot of money so far this season. And we were telling you every weekend, take Jordan Spieth top 5.
There's a reason.
Bro, come on, bro. You be, I ain't even going to say it. You would not be shopping with dollars at Walmart, okay, if we did that to you. So anyway, moving on through here, my man. Long shots technically are 50-1 and down, but you just gave us 60-1 for your winner. So we're going to look past 60-1. And we're going to go to 65 plus in this tournament. Now, I do want to remind you guys, take a look here. 90, 120, 200-1. See how deep we got. 250, 350, 4. Oh, my God. Okay, so I just want to remind everybody, if Jim Herman wins the tournament, $1 pays $5,000. You make $200 on a top 10, or $2,000. No, $200 on a top 10, $5,000 on a win. So, my man, 65-1 and down. Who is the guy? Tony Finau, 80-1. Just throwing it out there.
I mean, Tony Finau, you got Max Homa right there. Tony Kim's not a bad name.
Yeah.
Ryan Fox sticks out to me too. Oh man, who's above that right there? Who do we got above them?
Grillo, Alex Noren, Greiserman, been playing pretty good golf lately. I always butcher this name, but Thorbjornsen been playing well as well. But I'll tell you what, I think the couple names you said there, Grillo definitely is still a lot of value here. But the guys you said right away, Tom Kim, 75-1 Homa.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's whoa. Even Keith Mitchell has been playing really good golf over the past year and a half or so. So I mean, I think you're looking at major value all over the place, but you still got to make a pick.
So if I had to pick, I got 2 guys that stick out to me, Tom Kim and Tony Finau a little bit, but I'm favoring more towards Tom Kim a little bit. So we haven't seen the most consistency from him, but we've seen a lot of flashes of some pretty good things. Not just good things, but we've seen some flashes of some pretty good things. His style of golf plays to this course very true, and if he can stick to his game, this course really favors Tom Kim, and I think he's got a good shot just because of the way everything lays out. Now, which guy are we going to get come Thursday? Who knows? We've seen a lot of different kind of, varieties of players showing up for him. But if we get the guy who we know we've seen in the past can do some really good things, I think Tom Kim's kind of a good long shot to pick, kind of favoring the course a little bit. I'm liking that. Plus 7,500.
It's the second guy on my board that you're kind of taking out from under my feet. But I tell you what, Aaron said it last week on the 3M show. This is a dude that's due. This is a dude that's way too good of a golfer to be down here like this. You could call me crazy, Zach, but you could probably argue I would rather have Tony Finau or Tom Kim over Jordan Spieth here, and we're talking 75 and 80 to 1 versus 30 to 1 on Jordan Spieth. Like,
I agree. I mean, Tom Kim won it in 2022, so he's no stranger to this course either. So, just pick it up just like that. I mean, hey, he has a good round going. You can see what we saw a couple years ago, but it's that inconsistency that's the question.
Well, I know Max Homa is just such a damn good California golfer, right? And I don't want to compare North Carolina to it, but when you compare it to some of the places that they've been playing lately, it's back in the U.S. It's not all the way out there in Florida. This could be a Max Homa kind of weekend here, and I think it's 75 to 1. You gave 2. I'm going to give 2, and you took the other 2 names I'd want off the board, so I'm going to go ahead and add his to it just because I think it's wrong not to. And then I'm stuck between Keith Mitchell at 75 to 1, and I'd love to get your thoughts here on a guy down here because it just stood out to me when I was looking around. Hojgaard at 100 to 1. I know it's a name that most people just off the rip aren't even going to know who this guy is, and that's okay. But I'll tell you what, if you watch enough golf, you've seen his name on some of these boards here over the past couple months. He's been playing decent golf. I don't know if there's going to be enough for him to punch a win in this tournament, but maybe like a 12 to 1, 15 to 1 top 10 or something. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So
maybe even based on how these odds have been playing out, I think a top 20 might be easy money right there too.
I agree. So, all right, man. There you go, guys. Maybe Homa, Tom Kim, Hojgaard, Keith Mitchell. Just honestly, you can kind of scroll down here to that 65 to 100 to 1. And if you see like 3 or 4 names that you look at and just go, what is that guy doing there? Feel free, in my opinion, this weekend against this field to go ahead and get it done. Because as good as guys like Matt Fitzpatrick are, he's still not playing great golf. This is a wide open tournament. Zach alluded to it as soon as we got in here. This feels like a tournament where it's not one of the big dogs getting it done. It's some guy that maybe a first-time winner or just a guy that hasn't won in a hot while here.
Someone
just
is due.
Like someone's due. Shout out to my boy Kurt Kitayama, by the way. I hope he goes back-to-back. That'd be sick for the FedEx rankings as well, but we'll see what happens. But my man, any other golfers that you are definitely fading, definitely betting? Are we feeling good here about the Wyndham Championship?
Ooh, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty high on my guy Sung Jae Im over there, I got to say. But yeah, I like how you were saying about Kitayama. I think, especially after last week, he kind of got jibbed a little bit with these odds placements, I think, and looking at all these other things over here, I think some of these other networks have him pretty far down as well. And that's just mind-blowing to me coming off what he did. I see some that don't even have him in the top 10, especially coming off a win last week, carry that momentum over. So I really like those guys. I think it's almost free money to put those guys in the top 10. I mean, plus odds all across the board.
Almost free money. That's a phrase that I don't get tired of, my man. But guys, do yourself a favor. Sportsforummedia.com. Our man Ajayi Benjamin got that article up for you on the Wyndham Championship, also powered by our friends over at Thomas Adams Apparel, thomasadamsapparel.com and at Thomas Adams Apparel there on Instagram. If you want to check out their gear, Follow them on Instagram. Never miss any of the new drops. When they get low on stock, low on merch, they do let you guys know 3 left in stock, etc. So you don't miss the top products that you want. So make sure you're following and check out the website as well. Learn more about the company, more about the current available merch, etc. The list goes on. So check those guys out. My man Zach, as always, fun doing business with you. I'm Riggs Tamburo. That's Zach Kamikow. This is the Sports Forum at Sports Forum CO, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We'll see you guys in the next one. Do us a favor. Don't bet anything that you can't afford to lose. And good luck this weekend.